Well, good afternoon, everybody. If you would, please remain standing. Natasha Benke, a graduating senior of the class of 2015, will sing our national anthem. The student conductor is Jennah Smet, also a graduating senior. Please remain standing after the anthem and the posting of colors for the commencement prayer, which will be offered by Father J. Fostner, Vice President of Mission and Student Affairs.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets spread glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good afternoon. Before we pray, I just have two very brief announcements. The first one is that all week, many people on campus have been telling me to pray for the weather, that I was in charge of the weather. And so now that we're all in here, safe and dry, you're welcome. Although I'm off duty now, Abbot Neville is taking for the rest of the day, so. The other thing is, if you're a senior and you lost a tassel, pick it up on stage as you're walking across. Let's take a moment of prayer. Good and loving God, be with us this day. Quiet our minds for a few moments so we may hear your voice. As we listen to your voice, Almighty God, send us your grace and your love. Remind us that you are ever present as we travel our life journey. Today we especially ask you to bless these graduates and all those who have helped them reach this fantastic moment, their parents, their extended family, our faculty and staff, their friends, and all who send these students their love. This truly is a day of celebration, and after successfully completing their academic requirements, we pray that the Spirit of Christ touch these graduates, sending them wisdom in mind, success in challenges, courage to find a vocation, strength to do their best, and most importantly, faith to guide them in whatever they do and wherever they go. We pray this through Christ our Lord, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen.
Now you can sit down. It's wonderful to see such a big crowd here on this wonderful day. Jay, we do want to thank you for arranging that there's no rain. Not sure why you dialed in 90% humidity. We can talk later. Abbot Neville, Ms. Wronski, Abbot Garner, Dr. Chu, Norbertine Fathers, trustees, faculty, administrators, staff, and most important, members of the class of 2015. On behalf of St. Norbert College, let me welcome the graduates and their families, friends, and guests who are here to celebrate this joyous occasion. Now, you are certainly not here today to listen to me, but please indulge me a little presidential prerogative to make just 2 graduation day observations. Number 1, I hope you will always remember the Norbertine admonition that you be prepared for every good work. Now, you've been well prepared, and I know you're definitely ready for work. But don't forget the good part of that little creed. Make the world a better place than you found it. In your 4 years here, you've no doubt heard me say that to whom much is given, much is expected. I happen to think that is especially true of a St. Norbert grad, because the experience you're finishing today has been a unique gift, one made possible by the special people and influences that came together to make this college what it is. If you don't capitalize on the opportunities open to you because of your St. Norbert College experience, you will be shortchanging your families, your peers, your community, but most of all, yourself. The second point I want to make to you is simply this: have confidence in yourself. Confidence translates into a willingness to walk through a door when it cracks open for you, even if you're not entirely sure what awaits on the other side. Don't fear the uncertainty, embrace it, because it can take you down wonderful avenues that the timid will never experience. Stride ahead with all the confidence that we see in St. Norbert himself in that dynamic statue out behind Bemis. And whatever is waiting out there for you, remember to stay in touch with St. Norbert College and come back often. We who live and work here count on that unending connection. With your witness, we will find ourselves renewed. And with your support, we will ensure that the next generation is equally prepared for every good work. And now, on to the main event. We will now have the presentation of the candidates for honorary degree. We honor these individuals for their contributions to the common good in the tradition of St. Norbert College. Miriam Mulva, a member of the St. Norbert College Board of Trustees, will present our first candidate. The citation was written by Dr. Larry Scheich, Professor of Chemistry and Associate Dean for Natural Sciences. You can view the citation in its entirety in the commencement program, but first, I direct your attention to the video screens.
St. Norbert College is honored to recognize Dr. Benjamin Chu as a recipient of an honorary degree for his exemplary professional accomplishments and his dedication to his alma mater. Dr. Chu was born and grew up in Shanghai. He left Shanghai in 1950 and attended Hua Yong College, a Catholic high school run by the Irish Jesuits in Hong Kong. He left Hong Kong in December 1952 and traveled by freighter, arriving in Wisconsin in January 1953. Dr. Chu received a full scholarship from St. Norbert College and completed his Bachelor of Science degree in chemistry in 1955. He then went on to earn his PhD from Cornell University, where he received a postdoctoral fellowship in chemical physics. Dr. Chu joined the University of Kansas as an assistant professor of chemistry in 1962 and moved to the State University of New York at Stony Brook in 1968. Dr. Chu currently holds the rank of Distinguished Professor at Stony Brook. During his more than 50 years as an academic scientist, Ben Chu has become an internationally recognized authority in physical chemistry, polymer physics, and materials science. His research interests have covered topics ranging from the first light scattering characterization of Teflon to the measurements of the mobility of large DNA fragments and electrophoresis. With instrumentation awards from the Department of Energy and the National Science Foundation, Ben has established a small-angle X-ray scattering facility at Stony Brook and an advanced polymers beamline at the National Synchrotron Light Source, with another beamline under construction at the Advanced Photon Source at the Argonne National Laboratory. Ben's research career has generated 18 patents, 60 invited research review articles, and over 580 peer-reviewed publications. He has been a visiting fellow at the Japan Society for the Promotion of Science and the American Institute of Chemists, and is an honorary professor at the Chinese Academy of Sciences and at Nankai University. Dr. Chu was recognized by St. Norbert College with the Distinguished Achievement Award in Natural Science in 1981, and currently serves as a member of the college's Board of Trustees.
President Kunkel, I have the privilege of presenting Benjamin Chu and request that you confer upon him the honorary degree of Doctor of Laws.
Thank you, Dr. Scheich and Miriam. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of St. Norbert College, I hereby confer upon you, Benjamin Chu, the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, and invest you with this hood in the insignia colors of the college. Congratulations. It's kind of a coincidence, Ben. I was going to study those same things myself, but I couldn't do math. And now, Kathryn Hasselblad-Pascale, a member of the St. Norbert College Board of Trustees, will present our second candidate. The citation was written by Dr. Howard Ebert, Associated Professor of Religious Studies and Director of the Master of Theological Studies and Master of Arts and Liberal Studies programs here. The citation can be viewed in its entirety in the commencement program, but for now, please direct your attention again to the video screens.
St. Norbert College is honored today to recognize Abbot Joel Garner O.Praem as the recipient of an honorary degree for his creative ministerial leadership, his commitment to furthering theological education, his steadfast commitment to the church, and his selfless service to the Norbertine Order and the St. Norbert College. Abbot Joel's connection to St. Norbert College and the Norbertine Order is a long and storied one. Abbot Garner graduated from Prémontré High School in 1958 and was enrolled at St. Norbert College, graduating cum laude 4 years later. He was ordained in 1965 and attended Marquette University, where he earned a graduate degree in theology. He later studied at Columbia University and Union Theological Seminary in New York, earning a doctorate in religion and education in 1972. Abbot Joel joined the St. Norbert College faculty in 1967 and was the founding pastor of St. Norbert College Parish. From 1970 to 1985, under Abbot Garner's innovative leadership, the Theological Institute came to be nationally known as an educational opportunity for ongoing theological education. In 1983, Abbot Joel had an experience that would once again kindle and challenge his imagination to re-envision the view of the church and his ministry. During the sabbatical year in which he traveled extensively abroad, Abbot Garner experienced firsthand the universality of the church and the power of the gospel to find new and vibrant ways of expression in diverse cultural and economic contexts. Abbot Garner left northeastern Wisconsin with 4 other Norbertines to begin a new community in New Mexico. In 2012, Santa Maria de la Vide was elevated to the status of an abbey, and Abbot Garner was installed as the first abbot. Despite geographical separation from the college, Abbot Joel's connection to St. Norbert remains strong. He has been a member of the Board of Trustees for over 27 years and serves as chair of the academic committee. So it is particularly fitting during this year dedicated as the Year of Consecrated Life by Pope Francis, and the year that marks Abbot Joel's 50th anniversary of ordination, that the college recognizes his outstanding service and accomplishments.
President Kunkel, I have the great privilege of presenting Abbot Joel Garner and request that you confer upon him the honorary degree of Doctor of Laws.
Thank you, Kathryn, and thank you, Howard. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of St. Norbert College, I hereby confer upon you, Abbot Joel Garner, the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, and invest you with this hood in the insignia colors of the college. Congratulations. Congratulations, Abbot Joel, and I want to say especially how much I appreciate what a friend and inspiration you are to me and to many of us. And now I'm pleased to present Ms. Marti Wronski, graduate of the class of 1994, to receive the President's Medal. Ms. Wronski will be presented by Mike Van Asten, Vice Chair of the St. Norbert College Board of Trustees. The citation was written by Dr. Kevin Quinn, Dean of the Donald J. Schneider School of Business and Economics and Professor of Economics. The citation, again, in its entirety can be found in your program, and I direct your attention one last time to the video screens.
St. Norbert College is honored to recognize Marti Wronski as the recipient of the President's Medal for her professional success and her selfless contributions to the community. A native of Neenah, Wisconsin, Ms. Wronski graduated in 1994 from St. Norbert College summa cum laude with a degree in business administration. She then attended the University of Wisconsin Law School, graduating with high honors 3 years later, and joined the law firm of Foley & Lardner. In 2002, Ms. Wronski became a faculty member at Marquette Law School. Ms. Wronski began her work as a part of the Milwaukee Brewers Baseball Club in 2003 and is now in her 12th season with the team, her 9th as Vice President and General Counsel. She is one of the most influential women in the business of American sports, overseeing all of the Brewers' legal and contract work, including negotiating player and coaches' contracts, sponsorship contracts, legal designs for trademark and fan entertainment, as well as managing compliance matters at Miller Park. Boundless energy is one of Ms. Wronski's hallmarks, and she personifies the Norbertine notion of self-emptying service. She was selected in 2006 as a woman of influence by the Milwaukee Business Journal, an honor for women who make a difference in the Milwaukee community and positively mentor and influence the people they work with daily. Ms. Wronski is involved with many local and national charitable and professional organizations and communities, and serves as a member of the St. Norbert College Board of Trustees. In 2011, Ms. Wronski and her husband Andy, a partner at Foley & Lardner, along with 2 other couples, founded the First Miracle League, an accessible Little League program for children with disabilities in the greater Milwaukee area. Recently, Ms. Wronski has become well known as the adoptive mom for Hank, the ballpark pup and official Brewers mascot. Hank has become one of the most recognized and beloved figures in the region, splitting his time between serving as family pet and working with Ms. Wronski on their charitable outreach work. Marti and Andy reside in Whitefish Bay, Wisconsin, along with Hank and their 4 sons. St. Norbert College is fortunate to count Marti Wronski as one of its distinguished alumna and is pleased to honor and confer upon her the President's Medal.
President Kunkel, I have the privilege of presenting Ms. Marti Wronski and request that you confer upon her the St. Norbert College President's Medal.
Thank you, Mike, and thank you, Kevin. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of St. Norbert College, I hereby confer upon you, Marti Wronski, the St. Norbert College President's Medal, honoris causa, with all its rights and privileges. Congratulations, Marty. And don't go far. It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce to you again Marti Wronski, who will give the 2015 commencement address. As you have all just heard, Marti is a real treasure to her family, her friends, her colleagues, and certainly her alma mater, St. Norbert College. Please join me in welcoming Marti Wronski. Marti?
All right, I gotta arrange my doodads here. Got doodads. That baby was heavy, no joke. He almost got me in the nose. We're good though. Good afternoon, Abbot Neville, President Kunkel, Chair Williams, Dr. Chu, and Abbot Garner, distinguished professors, alumni, families of these incredible graduates, and congratulations, graduates, on this incredible milestone in your young lives. Let's see if we can get the, hold on, we got a technical. Are they gonna go up there? There we go, all right. Wasn't gonna acknowledge those, but just pretend I didn't do that. All right, today marks 21 years from the day that I sat where you are right now. In those 21 years, I have found myself in a lot of places I never ever thought I'd be, and this is definitely one of them. When President Kunkel called me to ask me almost a year ago if I would take on this role, my head started spinning. Yes, I was immensely honored to be considered and asked. No, I couldn't think of a greater honor or anywhere I would rather be. But the gravity of finding the perfect message for today initially seemed overwhelming. Overwhelming because primarily, based on some individual and anecdotal research I had conducted, it seemed to me that no more than 3% of all graduates actually remember anything about their commencement speaker or what they said. And of that 3%, 99% only remember the person because either they were A, truly famous, they were related to that person, my husband will remember this speech as a result, or they were just one of those people that always remembers all that useless trivia, and so you like to be their friend. I myself have graduated twice now and have no recollection of either commencement speaker, and that's just being honest. And beyond all this, I started to ask myself, what was it about me that was bright enough, accomplished enough, smart enough, or really any of the enoughs to have something profound to say to you today? Nevertheless, here I am, living proof that no one can say no to President Kunkel. So the next question was, how exactly does one go about deciding what to say in one of these commencement speeches? I knew I couldn't rely on stories of famous friends, and I absolutely could not rely on any form of a stellar sense of humor. So I started, of course, with Google. Sadly, it appeared that that is where that 97% of the speakers no one remembers also started. Google's advice, be very serious, do not pick more than one topic to talk about, and be somber for the day. Not gonna work for me. Next, I thought I'd talk to some recent graduates, and in my practice at Miller Park, I have had two wonderful interns working with me, so I went to them. I asked the two of them first if they remembered their graduation speakers, no and no. And then I said to them, okay, let's pretend you could. What do you wish they had talked to you about? There was a lot of hemming and hawing on their part. And then they said, you know, Marti, there really isn't any perfect thing to say in a commencement address. Do what you do with us. Just have a conversation. Give some advice. My first thought was that my one intern's next assignment was going to be to write down every piece of advice she thought I had ever given her quickly, and then maybe add it, some formalities around the edges. But realistically, I knew she was onto something. And so I started thinking and asking myself what I had been asking everyone else. I suppose you can all decide to listen or not. But before you make this choice, consider this. 21 years ago, I sat exactly where you sit today. I paid for every dime of my college education on my own. I knew no one powerful, famous, or well-off. I am the daughter of two amazing educators who could and did love me to pieces, but who had never spent a day in the business world that I was about to enter. I distinctly remember feeling equal parts thrilled, lost, and scared. The world in front of me was very exciting, but it was a complete unknown. Today, I'm up here not because when I was sitting where you are right now, it was clear that I was headed to big places. Not because I was that kid that always had it figured out. I assure you that was not the case. I'm up here today because I have spent my entire professional life following a few pieces of advice from a few wonderful individuals that I have been blessed to meet in my lifetime and who have helped me become me. I can also tell you that I am, by my own account, happy. I'm in love with my husband of many years. I'm a pretty good mom if you ask me. Maybe not if you ask my 4 boys. I'm a good lawyer, a good Catholic, and a good citizen overall. And if you and I share any of those goals, it seems it couldn't hurt much to listen. And if you're not buying any of that, I am still much older than you. And I've made many more mistakes. So I decided that I would talk to you today about 4, okay? 4 very simple but important things that all the most successful individuals I have ever known do and do well. They are: practice giving back, be nice, fail well, and open yourself to and connect with others. So let's move on to the first. Practice giving back. We want one. Okay, there we go. You have a million choices in front of you right now. Let me present you with one of the more important. You can choose to practice giving, or you can conclude that you have nothing valuable or useful to share and never really know. I would respectfully submit that giving of yourself in some way to your community, to your favorite institution, to your favorite charity is one of the greatest things you can do for yourself in the next 5 years. Why the next 5 years? Why when you're just starting out, you're just finding your way? Why not later when you have more money, more influence? Isn't that the time to give? No, the time is now. Once you see yourself as a giver, a concept I hope to start instilling in you today, giving practiced over time becomes habitual, and then the rest takes care of itself. Apart from my relationship with my partner in all things, it is in giving and the time that I spend creating, pondering, and succeeding in my volunteer work that I find the most joyful without qualification. I won't lie to you. I always felt a little bit out of place when I was growing up. For example, I was that girl in high school that was still a Girl Scout when she was a senior, and I would sneak around so nobody saw me go into that room. You know what I'm talking about. Every Christmas, from the time I was 3 until 12, I was a holiday elf who traveled with Santa from nursing home to nursing home. That would mortify most children. I loved every minute of it. It didn't matter that I didn't fit in, and it still doesn't, because when we give, we are not judged. We just are. When I went on to high school, college, and law school, I began to realize that volunteering kept my feet on the ground. It gave me a place to belong, even when I was far from home, lonely, or feeling like I was not in control of my own destiny. What I did not realize is that the work I was supposedly doing for others was doing far more for me. Today, giving back is one of my greatest expressions of thanks. I realize that by some grace of God, I know people and have the power to influence people who want to do great things, but might need a nudge, a bit of direction, or just a great cause. For example, about 6 years ago now, a small group of my friends and I, you saw a reference to it in the earlier video, who share a passion for kids and baseball, got together to form Wisconsin's first ever Miracle League. We did this through a whole lot of failing and research and meetings, and we raised those funds to build an all-accessible Little League field for those kiddos with disabilities. This place has it all, you guys. Walk-up music, lights, a scoreboard, a snack shack. You know how important the snack shack is. And if you ever want to be energized by a group of humans who have mastered the struggle to overcome in the most astounding ways. Spend a little time with these miracle leaguers and you will be forever changed. You will see children with disabilities of all kinds, from Down syndrome to autism, some who are bound to wheelchairs, and some whose bodies just don't follow where their heads want to go. These athletes, paired with their buddies, paired with their able-bodied buddies, work with all of their hearts to connect with that ball, to make it around those bases, and to cross home plate. And I would say 8 out of 10 times, they crawl back to home plate again just to give it a kiss. In 2010, at our grand opening ceremony, the father of one of our miracle leaguers walked up to me and very sincerely thanked me for everything we had done to create a place for his son to be able to play baseball. He handed me a little piece of paper, this big, that will remain for all time in my office at Miller Park. On it was a quote from Mother Teresa. At the end of life, we will not be judged by how many diplomas we have received, how much money we have made, how many great things we have done. We will be judged by, I was hungry and you gave me to eat. I was naked and you clothed me. I was homeless and you took me in. Hungry not for bread, but hungry for love. Naked not only for clothing, but naked for human dignity and respect. Homeless not only for want of a room of bricks, but homeless because of rejection. You see, there is no judgment in volunteer work. Anytime you are willing to give from your heart is accepted with gratitude. Whether you have a bit of time, a special skill, or yes, money, you can help another human being on this planet and begin to develop your own habit of giving back. Start now. Every moment of giving to another can be your source of strength, an example of endurance, and a moment of grace and clarity. On to our second topic. Be kind and be polite. That is, do not be mean or rude. This one's about as straightforward as they come, and it's the one topic I knew I had to talk about today. I am confident that many of you have seen that bumper sticker that says quite eloquently, mean people stink. I actually think it says suck, but we're going with stink, okay? I love that bumper sticker, and it has indeed been the source of many conversations I have had at home over pizza with my kids and at the fanciest of dinners. Many people believe that it is unusual and aberration, really, for an attorney to be on kindness patrol. I've heard it all. Marty, mean people are just a part of life. You should understand that. Marty, no one would understand nice if it weren't for the mean people. Marty, you cannot be possibly be successful in your job and be nice all the time. Well, for starters, let me be clear, I am not nice all the time. I don't succeed in doing that. However, I believe with every ounce of me that no one makes him or herself great by showing how small someone else is. A study out of Berkeley recently, it was published about 2 years ago, concluded that people who were generally considered mean either, 1, were raised in a family environment that tolerated such behavior, or 2, were not confident in their own skills or idiosyncrasies, and so were quick to criticize others to make themselves feel better. As I stand here today, there's not much I can do about the way you were raised, although we all know blaming our parents for things, that's old school. The second point, however, is right on. You all know exactly what I'm talking about because you've been on one side of this or the other. The kid at the playground that not only laughs hysterically at, but continues to remind everyone of the little guy that wet his pants last week. The high school student who draws the line in the sand between the cool and the not cool. Or the Facebook post that makes fun of another's appearance, ideology, or weakness. Mean people are pointing out to us, to everyone really, their own weaknesses. Remember that in today's world, any success gained from being mean is fleeting. Somehow, somewhere, young professionals were given the idea that kindness is weak and ineffective. If you believe nothing else I say to you today, please believe me when I tell you that kindness coupled with reasoned intellect, articulated politely but forcefully, is never weak. Let me share one example. Early in my career in professional sports, I was negotiating a player deal with one of those big head honcho player agents. I was new to the Brewers and to the world of these professional sports agents. And like I said, this guy was one of the top guns. He and I exchanged a few emails in order to set up a call regarding a particular player's deal before we ever spoke live. I promised myself that I would let the phone ring twice when he called. Then I'd pick it up, and I'd say, Good afternoon, this is Marty, because that's how I always answer my phone. Oh, how cute. A girl lawyer from Milwaukee. Yep, that's what he said. How cute, a girl lawyer from Milwaukee. No doubt about it, rude and mean. If we were keeping score, I won that negotiation, refusing to match his rudeness while knowing he would not get the best of me. And 11 years later, when we met to negotiate an even bigger deal, something very interesting happened. He said to me, Marty, do you remember the first time we ever spoke? And I gave you a hard time about being from Milwaukee. I kind of thought being from Milwaukee part was the least of it, but that was the part he went with. No, I said, knowing full well that not only did I remember every word, but every breath I had taken during the entire conversation. Oh, he said, well, okay, I was an ass and you're a hell of a lawyer. And there it was. Nice win. It took a while, but nice win. If you always operate from a place of kindness in everything you do, it will quite literally define who you are, and it will just become contagious. It will affect your family, your romantic relationships, your friendships, and your professional relationships. It will never be viewed as weak, at least not in the long term. This approach does require a bit of perspective. Being kind does not mean being a doormat, being dumb, or acting in a naive manner. Rather, it means taking an extra minute to acknowledge another, to say hello, and to understand those you're meeting in business are people too. Taste your words before you spit them out. Please practice kindness. Number 3, fail well. Not usually a topic we talk about at graduation, but we're going to go with it, okay? It has been brought to my attention more than once that I am living the dream. How so, you may ask? Well, on a very basic level, I get paid to watch baseball games. By my calculation, I have watched over 2,000 baseball games as a major league executive. Baseball fan or not, we all know that sporting events have a magical way of bringing people together, of uniting individuals who may have little else in common around a group of men or women running around on some kind of surface, sometimes with a ball. People often count their presence at sporting events among the most memorable moments of their lives. I do. I will never forget Game 5 of the division playoffs in 2011, when Nyjer Morgan hit a single in the bottom of the 10th inning to beat the Arizona Diamondbacks and advance the Brewers to the NL Championship Series. My entire family was there, and I screamed and jumped in ways that I'm not sure I had ever screamed and jumped. Moments of pure joy notched in our memories for all time because of the success of a group of individuals. The reality is, however, that in baseball games I watch, the thing I observe more frequently than anything else is failure. The Brewers yesterday and today, for example. Yes, I was watching on my phone. Think about it. Many believe that hitting a baseball is the hardest task in all of sports. A player who can regularly hit a baseball 3 out of 10 times is a star. A player that can do that over a number of seasons is absolutely a Hall of Famer. What this means, however, is that the absolute very best players fail 7 out of 10 times. Fail. And that failure is individual. It's just that hitter and that pitcher. In almost any other profession, a failure rate of 70% is generally considered tragic, unless you're a weatherman. What I have learned, however, is that failure just is. There's no way around it. In fact, the reality is that the more you practice failing, the better you get at it. Those who fail well accept that failure will happen, and rather than permitting it to stop them in their tracks, they learn to use failure and to do better the next time around. A ball player who's afraid of failure will never step up to the plate. A professional who is afraid of failure will avoid difficult situations where the person needs to be accountable or where their abilities are truly tested. In contrast, the professional who has learned to handle failure is willing to take risks, accept challenges, and very often accomplish things that were seemingly unattainable. Hank Aaron, who is considered one of the greatest players of all times, played for the Milwaukee Brewers for 13 years. Hank had 12,364 at-bats in his lifetime and amassed 3,771 hits for a lifetime batting average of .304. He struck out 70% of the time. But Hank knew what to do with that. He said, "I have always felt that although someone may defeat me and I strike out in a ball game, the pitcher on that particular day was just the better player. But I know when I see him again, I'm going to be ready for his curveball." Failure is a part of success. There's no such thing as a bed of roses all your life, but failure will never stand in the way of success if you learn from it. None of this is to say that failure is fun, or that you should learn to accept failure. And it certainly does not mean that failure is not frustrating. The holes in the clubhouse walls and the post-strikeout broken bats are definitely testament to that, and there are a lot of them, friends. However, if you watch the best ball players after they strike out, you'll see them return to the dugout and immediately start talking to their counterparts. They're not just shooting air, they're asking what they did wrong. They're asking what they could do better. These players spend hours with video. Those who fail well will ultimately succeed well, and with humility, compassion, and perspective, fail well. This brings me to my final point for the afternoon. No cheer. Good job. Okay. Open yourselves to and connect with others. I'm not talking about some touchy-feely New Age philosophy, friends. I'm talking about how we engage and communicate with others. A recent Wall Street Journal article identified the 2 greatest weaknesses of young people perceived across the job market in the last 3 years. So the last 3 years. The first was that recent college graduates appear apathetic about their futures, and the second was that the recent college graduates cannot communicate effectively. As I stand here today, I choose to believe that there's not a single one of you that is apathetic about your future, and that every one of you, if asked, would confirm that you are prepared to pour your heart and soul into creating an incredible life for yourself. And yet, if the Wall Street Journal has identified this, I think we'd better make sure that we're not perceived as apathetic. I really think it comes down to yet another choice. You can engage in your world, commit to yourself, and be in charge of your future, or you can just hope that good things will come. Folks, no one can take these next steps in your life for you. To this point, every one of you has generally followed certain preset guidelines. Grade school, high school, college. But now you are in charge of charting your own path. Yes, that can be intimidating. No, you cannot cross your arms and point to the economy, the job market, or student loans as an excuse to stop trying to figure it out. This is hard work. None of us likes to feel silly or uncertain or confused, but please know this: now is the best and right time to feel silly, uncertain, or confused. Now is the time to get out there and ask questions and to watch those who have taken career paths in which you have interest. Now is the time to stumble a little bit, and now is the time to adopt a profound no-quit attitude. Remember, your choices do not need to be and will not be perfect. We just talked about failing. But I cannot overstate the importance that you be their author. If you write the story of your life, you will never be described as apathetic. That's the engagement, no apathy part. Let's talk about communication quickly. It is no secret that the ability to communicate is increasingly becoming the golden ticket to success, because fewer and fewer graduates are able to communicate effectively, verbally or in writing. Why? I would offer technology as the #1 reason. Deep breath, deep breath. Today, we turn in homework online, we can take classes online. We break up with people via text or tweet. We put on those headphones so we can walk across campus or through a grocery store without being bothered. We email thank you notes to employers. And we submit applications online. And if you're like me, I blame technology for nearly every mistake in my entire day. Please do not get me wrong. Technology is a huge piece of my personal puzzle, and it is unlikely that I could continue to do what I do without it. However, I must tell you that I am also immensely grateful that I entered the work market when I did. I never had a cell phone, let alone a smartphone, until my 5th year of legal practice. I hand-wrote letters, I walked to the judge, I argued in front of the judge. I checked my voicemail 3 times a night, and you had to dial into it. I could hear the tone in people's voices. I could see expressions on their face. I could see tears of joy or sadness. And quite naturally, I came to understand the proper role of technology. Every one of you talented people sitting here in front of me today must realize that this is still a people world, and to succeed, you must live and engage in it. Bosses, peers, clients, and customers need to be able to look you in the eye, hear you, and learn to trust you. They need to know you and even like you. You need to be able to articulate your ideas, your thoughts, and demonstrate your passion. Now, there is a time and a place for everything, and there's no doubt that technology used properly can make all of us more effective. Do use technology to try to bridge communication gaps that may or could exist, or to enhance the messages you would like to share, as I have attempted to do with these screenshots of emojis today. Technology is building bridges, but it is also building walls. Those who see and understand this will be the most successful. Friends, engage, open up, connect, communicate. Get out there. Make your own development your full-time job, at least for a while. Volunteer, give back, ask for advice, take chances, fail. Fail well. Most of all, be nice. And please be a kind, accomplished citizen that makes this institution proud of each and every one of you. Be your best you. Congratulations to each and every one of you in this room, and thank you so much for letting me share today with you.
Great job, Marty, and thank you very much. A perfect message for our graduates and a pretty good message for all the rest of us as well. So thank you again. Now, I request authorization to confer the master's and baccalaureate degrees from Mr. Jay Williams, Chair of the St. Norbert College Board of Trustees. Jay?
Thank you, President Kunkel. Mr. President, the Board of Trustees of St. Norbert College hereby authorizes you to confer upon the qualified candidates their respective master's and baccalaureate degrees. The candidates for degrees in course will be presented by Dr. Jeff Frick, Dean of the College and Academic Vice President. I now ask all the candidates of the class of 2015 to please rise and remain standing. I did that, Jeff.
Thank you.
This is a smart class. President Kunkel, it is now my privilege to report to you that the candidates here assembled have qualified for their degrees by having successfully completed the curriculum of St. Norbert College. They have been recommended by the faculty to be awarded the appropriate degree in recognition of their academic accomplishments. At the Academic Awards Dinner, hosted by the Dean's Office annually in April, the summa cum laude honorees were recognized in a special manner for their superior academic achievement in having earned a cumulative grade point average of 3.9 to 4.0. They were presented with a medal designed by the world-renowned artist Aquino Weinert.
Thank you, Dean Frick. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of St. Norbert College, and with the approval of our distinguished faculty, I hereby confer upon you your respective master's and baccalaureate degrees. Baccalaureate candidates may be seated.
Will the candidates for master's degrees please come forward? And reading their names will be Dr. Howard Ebert, Director of the Master's in Liberal Studies program and the Master's in Theological Studies program.
Receiving a Master of Arts in Liberal Studies, Aaron S. Kay. Patrick John Steinhofer. Michelle Lee Fitzgibbons Tressler. Receiving a Master of Theological Studies, Kelly Ann Marie Wittmar.
Now will the candidates for baccalaureate degrees please come forward. The Bachelor of Arts candidates' names will be read first by Dr. David Duquette, Associate Dean of Humanities and Fine Arts.
Sophie Ann Charlotte Alberg. Shannon Elizabeth Alex. Kaylee Jordan Allard. Jennah Michelle Ambrosius, cum laude. Kevin Sean Anderson, magna cum laude. Mara Elizabeth Appernix, magna cum laude, graduate of the honors program. Amanda Faye Arnold, cum laude. Hannah Marie Brain, sorry. Megan Addison Banya. Corey G. Bargeland. Kyle M. Bargeland. Samantha Lee Barnett, cum laude. Joseph M. Bartell. Haley Kathryn Bass. Andrea Rose Beauchesne, magna cum laude. Laura Elizabeth Beckman. Jennifer Joanne Beeler, cum laude. Michael Anthony Burnaby. Kylie Marie Berenbaum. Ashley Marie Bondarovich. Tess Alexandra Botsford. Kathryn Marie Botcher, cum laude. Cullen Stewart Bradshaw. Stephanie Mae Brandt. Haley Mackenzie Bray. Casey John Bryce. Danielle M. Brockert, magna cum laude, graduate of the honors program. Paige Catherine Brown, summa cum laude, graduate of the honors program. Bailey Ann Bruckner, summa cum laude. Travis Austin Lloyd Beagle. Julie Ann Casper, cum laude. Nancy Marie Chybowski, cum laude. Emily Paige Shahaki. Alexander Sekou Clemetson. Elizabeth A. Cortade. Madeline Ray Kramer, magna cum laude. Tara Kildare Cunningham, cum laude. Shannon Kelly Curtin. Sarah Andrea Sarnik Niemeyer, magna cum laude, graduate of the honors program. Cassandra Jo Darchevsky. Stephanie Ann DeGroff, magna cum laude. Danielle Mackenzie Desjardins. Jessica June Demise. Miranda K. Denreiter. Josephine Gabrielle Dobson Mann, magna cum laude. Sarah Jane Darrow, magna cum laude. Samuel Briggs Doherty. Adria Lynn Derwachter. Seth Dupre, cum laude. Stephanie Michelle Dupre, cum laude. Akeem Justin Edmonds. Daniel Richard Egan. Austin Walter Elliott. Shannon Rose Enright. Benjamin James Erickson. Charles Erickson. William Conrad Farr. Jason Allen Fenner. Alexander Joseph File. Andrea Marie Fietzer. Michael Robert Fox. Sorry. Oops. I was doing pretty good up to that point. Caitlin May Kabatbad Frank. Hannah Lynn Frazier.
Dr. Sandy Oderzinski, Faculty Chair, will continue to read names of the recipients for Bachelor of Arts degrees.
Nicholas James Frett. Gabriela Maricela Garcia. Charles Arthur Gaskin. Kendra B. Geem. Nicole Kelly Geyser, cum laude. Kendra Marie Gerbers. Katrina Elizabeth Gertz, summa cum laude, graduate of the Honors Program. Tasha Marie Giese. Leon Joseph Gilman. Haley Joe Graves. Gretchen Greer. Thomas J. Gritton Jr., magna cum laude, graduate of the Honors Program. Samantha Jean Gross. Elizabeth Amber Groth. Sarah Jean Grenazin, magna cum laude. Sarah Louise Hoffenbrettel, cum laude. Daniel Patrick Haggerty, summa cum laude. Margaret Ann Hall. Mackenzie Marie Hannes. Carrie Elizabeth Hanzek. Kathleen Dawn Lee Hartwig. Marissa Marie Hartzheim, summa cum laude. Hannah Ann Hazley, cum laude. Brianna Lee Hatton, cum laude. Nicole Renee Hoppert. Mackenzie Lee Hazen. Kendall Page Helene. summa cum laude. Colin B. Herzog, magna cum laude. Anthony Joseph Hoyer. Mark Daniel Heft. Jacob Michael Francis Hofer. Hayden Jerome Hoffman, cum laude. Margaret Rose Hogan, summa cum laude. Maria Magdalena Howe, magna cum laude. Lydia R. Huget, cum laude. Jamie Lynn Hunter. Nicholas Grant Jacobs. Logan Michael Jaden, summa cum laude. Evan Johnson. Ryan Christopher Kaltenmark. Alexander Robert Kaminsky. Ashley Lynn Kennan. Skylar William Q. Sarah Elizabeth Kepper, cum laude. Lauren Dean Kleiman. Kelly Marie Cletty. Carrie Megan Klein, summa cum laude. Brianna Janice Klink, cum laude. Luke Joseph Knapp. Rachel Eileen Canet. Ja Kwong. Elizabeth Claire Krynek, cum laude. Daniel Joseph Christoph, cum laude. Evan Stephen Crummel. Chelsea Kathryn Lambrecht. Abby Marie Landgraf. Alexandra Margaret Landerman, magna cum laude.
It's Marcia.
Marcia Louise LaSalle. Rachel Elizabeth Lee. Jacqueline Lee Leffner. Samantha Joanne Lensmeyer, summa cum laude. Jacob J. Letter, cum laude, graduate of the Honors Program. Amy Marie Lewandowski, summa cum laude. Mariah Jean Leeser, summa cum laude, graduate of the Honors Program. Rebecca Rose Liming, magna cum laude.
Dr. John Dose, Associate Dean of Social Sciences, will continue to read names for the recipients of Bachelor of Arts degrees.
Megan A. Lockery, summa cum laude. Rachel May Lossell Young, cum laude. Kaylee Ann Ludke. Katya Sabine London. Joseph Gregory Lyons. Jessica Rose Magnan. Jennah Carmen Manson, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Ann Martell. Rachel Marie Martins, magna cum laude. Christian Juventino Martin. Brittany Sue McDonough.
cum laude. Sean E. McIlleron, cum laude, graduate of the Honors Program. Taylor Anthony McKeefrey. Victoria Mary McNeil. Erin Rose Mulanafi. Rebecca Joan Melcher. Matthew Richard Menke, magna cum laude. Kelsey Marie Mickelson. Anna Elizabeth Miller, summa cum laude. Caitlin Taylor Miller, cum laude. Christopher Michael Harold Mitchler. Michelle Elizabeth Malizova, magna cum laude. Samuel James Morris, magna cum laude, graduate of the Honors Program. Matthew Edward Marota. Rodney A. Mushrow, Jr. Clifford Ira Neff, summa cum laude. Michelle L. Nugent, cum laude. Holly Ann Nickerson, cum laude, graduate of the Honors Program. April Dawn Novak. Sean Patrick O'Loughlin. Rebecca Rose Ponko. Danae Michelle Posh, cum laude. Taylor James Pastersky, cum laude. Cassandra Lee Patula. Nick Pavasic, cum laude, graduate of the Honors Program. Laura Elizabeth Petrie, summa cum laude. Carrie Lynn Peach, cum laude. Erin Marie Plass, summa cum laude. Sarah Lynn Platzer. Zachary Paul Bukel. Rebecca Ann Pine, magna cum laude. Diet Lynn Redant, cum laude. Kathryn Ronan Ramirez. Madison Diane Rankin. Vanessa Raymond. Melissa Lene Rebeck, cum laude. Katerina Anna Rapinski. Kelsey Paige Rice. Ring. Caitlin Rose Ring. Anna Cecilia Rohde. Bethany May Roloff. Connor Nielsen Romanesco, cum laude. Christian Carl Ruvers. Troy Thomas Rodier. Morgan Rose Rouge. Jocelyn Irene Russell, cum laude, graduate of the Honors Program. Madeline Elizabeth Sabek. Nadia T. Sahid, cum laude. Lauren Glenn Savrin. Kira Elizabeth Sawyer, magna cum laude, graduate of the Honors Program. Morgan Lynn Skell, magna cum laude. Stephanie Lynn Schmidt. Elizabeth Joanne Schmidt, magna cum laude.
Continuing to read names for the recipients of Bachelor of Arts degrees is Dr. Linda Bean Katner, Director of Faculty Development.
Emily Ann Schnell. Michael Robert Scholl. Rachel Elizabeth Schuster. Taylor Marie Seliger, cum laude. Megan Marie Shea. Ryan Nicholas Simonet. Patrick Joseph Sitko. Anastasia Jennifer Skoviak, summa cum laude. Kyle Haven Smalley. Alexandra K. Louise Smith, magna cum laude, graduate of the Honors Program. Chantre Nicole Smith. Colleen F. Smith. Alexandra E. Summers, cum laude. Lily Kathryn Space. Taryn James Spencer. Anna Kathleen Spies. Heidi Rose Spies, magna cum laude. Matthew C. H. Steinmetz. Kathryn Grace Stell. Emily Rose Stepanek. Colleen Rose Stevens, magna cum laude. Hannah Marie Sternig, summa cum laude. Sarah Ann Stemke, summa cum laude. Marissa Lynn Strothanke, cum laude. Kayla M. Stuckey. Heidi Marie Studinsky, cum laude. Ryan Matthew Sturmer. Tate John Stuth. Kathryn L. Summers, cum laude. Heston Emery Swallow. Ryan James Teal. Claire Marie Toko, magna cum laude. Sean Anthony Topacio. Allison Marietta Toussaint. Jeanette Marie Tulachka. Nicole A. Urbanik, cum laude. Jacob David Carl Van Hecke. Everett Thomas Van Horn. Joel Tyler Vandenbush. Benjamin Robert Verbaten. Stephanie Ann Villanova. Mark Jerome Villers. Alexander Scott Waller. Matthew Joseph Wanazek. Jennah Danielle Wanta, cum laude. Jacqueline Nicole Waters, cum laude. Grant Gregory Weber Dixon. Emily Rose Weissman. Clara Emily Wendland, summa cum laude. Taylor Ann Wenzel, cum laude. Stephanie Marie Wetzel, cum laude. Kelsey Patricia Whaley, magna cum laude. Victoria Ann Windsor. Jessica Nicole Whiteman, cum laude. Melissa Marie Willems, cum laude. Bradley Michael Wire. Samantha Jonice Wood. Hunter Christian Human. Emily Jeanette Zagers, cum laude. Ashley Marie Zellner.
Sorry, I forgot to bring mine. Gabriella.
Yeah, got it. Yep.
Cum laude.
Gabriella Therese Zaudu Hapte, cum laude. Elizabeth Ann Ziemer, cum laude. Heather A. Zimmer, cum laude. Elizabeth Nicole Zimmerman. Michelle Marie Zilke, magna cum laude.
The names of the recipients of the Bachelor of Business Administration degrees will be read by Dr. Kevin Quinn, Dean of the Donald J. Schneider School of Business and Economics.
Fahad Suad Al-Muhandis. Nathaniel James Angel. Jordan Joseph Baker. Jeremy Mitchell Ballard. Mason Baptista. Brianna Christine Bars. Paige Emily Bayer. Cody John Becker. James Locks Blisk Jr. Brett James Bauer. Zachary Gerard Broberg. Brianne Marie Brocker, cum laude. Hunter Dwight Brown. Melissa Megan Brubach, cum laude. Levi Victor Buds, cum laude. Trevor Matthew Campbell. Garrett William Churchsmith. Daniel Gerald Clark. Kathryn Francis Conlon, cum laude, graduate of the Honors Program. Miranda Leah Crevier, summa cum laude. Matthew Theodore Daniels. Kathryn Emily Danielson. Justin Gilbert Delwich. Bradley Allen Devereaux. Leo Eugene Dignan. Ryan Gilbert Aguilar Ingesser, cum laude. Leah Margaret Frenshu. Daniel Scott Fall. Marion Fiala, cum laude. Lauren K. Flamang, summa cum laude, graduate of the honors program. Matthew James Freeman. Nathaniel Patrick Goes. Sorry. Philip Joseph Grease. Brian Christian Gronsit. Heine Eunice Habelwitz, cum laude. Brittany Ann Heineman. Michael Jordan Heisey. Carlos Andres Hernandez. Samuel Ryder Higgins. Nicholas Ransley Hoffman. David Allen Jacobson. Lauren Elizabeth Janes, summa cum laude, graduate of the honors program. Amanda Marie Janes Vreeling. Rachel Leah Jensen, cum laude, graduate of the honors program. Marie Elizabeth Jimenez, cum laude. David P. Kelly, cum laude, graduate of the honors program. Daniel Jonathan King. Zachary Anthony Clarkowski. Jessica Ellen Knuth. Levi Brian Krzyzewski. Maxwell Lawrence Kuharczyk. Lisa Nicole Kurth, cum laude. Joseph Richard Landgraf. Allison Renee Laramie. Spencer Michael Larson. Logan S. Lester. Brennan Robert Liebscher. Tyler J. Listel. Joy Liu, cum laude, graduate of the honors program. Mark Joseph Lonnie. George Perry Malaris. Benjamin John Matthews, cum laude. Michael Vincent Mazzolini. Emily Margaret McGuire, magna cum laude. Derek Wallace Meyer, cum laude. Amanda Marie Moore. Thomas Christopher Moore. Casey Mosley, summa cum laude, graduate of the honors program. Therese Megan Nejedlo. Kyle James Nelson, cum laude, graduate of the Honors Program. Sean Patrick Nettesheim. Brady Michael Nold. Regan Kathryn Northrup. Michael Allen Ott. Alexandra Lee Parker. Nate Benjamin Perenboom. Matthew Ronald Peter Silka. Joshua Tomas Peterson. Anne Michelle Pleward. John Joseph Prime. Alicia Nazra Ramkaran. Emily Ann Rasmussen, cum laude. Cole Robert Reineman. Christopher David Ryle, cum laude. Ryan Philip Reith. Kyle Edwin Risty, magna cum laude. Nathan Daniel Chaudry. Christopher Robin Schumacher. Zachary Joseph Seidel. Connor Jacob Shavlik. Caitlin Elizabeth Shumway, cum laude. Michelle Lynn Sickinger, magna cum laude. Stephanie A. Slindy. Sarah Elizabeth St. John, cum laude, graduate of the Honors Program. Bethany J. Steffel, cum laude. Travis Lee Steffen. Aaron Edward Strodthoff. Scott Christopher Suick. Caitlin Taylor Swanson. Joel Thomas Szymanski. Brian Jacob Thiesenhusen. Stephanie Helene Thompson. This one, okay. Trung Van Tran. Justin Tyler Treppis. James Justin Tringali. Megan Lee Valentine. Yui Than Van. Rebecca Ann Vandenelzen, cum laude. Stephanie Ann Marie Van Dries. Cassandra Lynn Van Lannen. Alexa Lee Vogt. Jamie Marie Walters. Thomas John Wees III. Thomas Edward Wengren. Natalie Susan Wheeler. Andrew Francis Wida. Anna Rose Woolwart, magna cum laude. Alex M. Zangel. Taylor Ann Zilk, magna cum laude.
The names of the recipients of Bachelor of Music degrees will be read by Dr. Michael Rosewall, Associate Academic Dean.
Madeline Rose Beretta.
cum laude. Natasha Mary Benke, magna cum laude. Kathryn Colleen Farnham. Genevieve Elizabeth Gannon, magna cum laude. Emily Backus McEntee, magna cum laude. Noah Scott Reef. Kisara Kathryn Sinkola, summa cum laude, graduate of the Honors Program. Jennah M. Smet, summa cum laude, graduate of the Honors Program. Jennah Ray St. Arnold. Rachel Lee Silkowski, magna cum laude, graduate of the Honors Program.
And the names of the Bachelor of Science recipients will be read by Dr. Deborah Anderson, Associate Professor of Biology.
Michael Daniel Alberg.
Is it Amen?
Brady Paul Ament. Erin Marie Bauer. Alexander Hayden Belts. Brianna Faith Bittner, cum laude. Bradley David Blank. Patrick James Burke. Gregory Paul Capelli, magna cum laude. Mary Reardon Close. Reed Joseph Colling, magna cum laude. Ryan Reginald Dowman. Adam Joseph Jebba. Samuel John Evers. Justin Curtis Fody. Sean Adam Halfresh. Christopher Andrew Heim, cum laude. Brennan William Hendricks, cum laude, graduate of the Honors Program. Stephen Robert Hoffaker, cum laude. Siu Hua. Carl Lee Huberty. Mallory Ann Inhofe. Rebecca Lynn Jacken, cum laude, graduate of the Honors Program. Andrew Thomas Jacobson. Ethan Thomas, Kyle Christopher Jarris, magna cum laude. Joanna Kathrina Eusta. Amber Marie Kelly. Kristen Rose Kleckner, cum laude, graduate of the Honors Program. Philip John Koska, cum laude. Brandon Jacob Kaczynski. Kevin Elliott Kruger. Sarah Mae Koulis. Katie Marie LaPlante, cum laude. Matthew David Larson. Roman Matthew Leiser. Joseph Raymond Lorenz, magna cum laude. Adrian Lukopoulos. Tanner John Lundquist, cum laude, graduate of the Honors Program. Daniel Therese Mason. Rebecca Rose McHugh, cum laude, graduate of the Honors Program. Joshua James Mert. Garrett Lee Moody. Meredith K. Moore. Joshua Dan Miller. William Jonathan Nicolai. Matthew David Owens. Sarah Mae Piepenbrink, summa cum laude. Brianna Sapphire Rambo. Thomas Michael Rogers. Kathryn Teresa Swalski. Scott David Chalinas, cum laude, graduate of the Honors Program. Caitlin Schmitz, cum laude. Lindsay Marie Schuler, magna cum laude. Jordan Thomas Schultz. Matthew Schultz. Oh, did I miss yours? Andrew James Schuer. Daniel Joseph Sizzler, magna cum laude, graduate of the Honors Program. Stephen Charles Sizer. Hannah Rose Smits. Laura Marie Staver, cum laude. Zachariah Scott Steuven. Jonathan Leslie Sullivan. Emily Elizabeth Techmeyer, cum laude, graduate of the Honors Program. Haley Ray Tremmel, cum laude. Crystal Rose Vandenhay. Kyle Henry Vandenheuvel, magna cum laude. Genevieve Marie Vanderwelden. Derek Wilhowski. Justin Thomas Wendt. Stephen Mark Young. Grant Scott Spiegelover.
Congratulations again to the class of 2015. I also want to congratulate you on the collective firmness of your handshakes. Now, class of 2015, I want you to please stand for one more very important piece of business. Stand up. On my count of 3, you may move your tassel from the right to the left side of your cap as a symbol of having received your baccalaureate degree. 1, 2, 3. Move that tassel. You can be seated. Thank you. Now you're official. This year we are pleased to have joint student speakers, Akeem Edmonds and Alex Clementson. Alex is a senior from Fostner, Illinois, graduating with a sociology major and a human services concentration. He was deeply engaged in campus life during his time here. He served as student government president this year, has been a first-year experienced mentor, a member of the cross-country and track and field teams, a radio show host, and a tour guide for admissions. Alex plans to start his own mentoring program entitled A New Horizon for Our Gentlemen, which is geared toward education and community development. Akeem Edmonds from Chicago is graduating with an early childhood education major. Like his good friend Alex, Akeem was also heavily in campus life. He served as SGA president last year, is a performer in the Nights on Broadway and the Chamber Singers Choir, and was a member of the track and field team and a tour guide for admissions. He was a mentor for first-year programs, including FYE and STAR. He will attend graduate school at Marquette University, working toward a master's degree in student affairs and higher education. Watch out, Jay. Alex and Akeem, who have accomplished so much together in their careers, proposed this unique joint commencement speech, and I know you're going to enjoy it. Please welcome this year's student speakers, Akeem Edmonds and Alex Clementson. Good luck, man.
Sure.
Hey. Good afternoon, President Kunkel, Abbott Nebel, distinguished guests, faculty, staff, family, and friends. My name is Alexander Clementson, and we want to welcome you to, well, the best college graduation St. Norbert has ever had. That's just our opinion.
And my name is Akeem Edmonds, and we want to thank each and every one of you for investing your time, your money, and your love these last 4 years, and finally for celebrating with us on this special day.
As a graduating class of 2015, we can finally say, we made it.
We have been blessed with the opportunity to attend one of the most incredible liberal arts colleges in the country, and the only Norbertine college in the world. So, what did we do at that time? We spent most of it complaining about the 7-minute walk across campus, chasing or being chased by those campus squirrels, or cutting in line during chicken dipper day at the caf.
But more importantly, we spent our time here at SNC being changed by remarkable professors, lifelong friendships, and state-of-the-art facilities that allow us to study and learn in new and innovative ways.
Special shout out to the Gale and Mulva families for helping to raise the funds for a $39 million building only our children will be able to use.
True.
As a class, we have been the catalyst for many of the changes that we saw during our time here at SNC. You allowed me to be the first African American Student Government Association president.
And you allowed for me to, oh yeah, no, yes, get it. And you allowed for me to win the presidency the very next year while studying abroad in a different country going against this guy. Booyah.
Still waiting on a recount. Class of 2015, we are the founders of incredible projects and contributions to the community, such as the SNC Community Garden that grew over 1,800 pounds of produce for local families, and Dance Marathon that raised over $50,000 for children across the country.
Yep. We are the remarkable athletes who have contributed to SNC sweeping 17 NCAA tournaments and 21 conference championship titles in the last 4 years. We have helped to define Green Knight pride in our sportsmanship and crazy antics during sports games.
We were engaged in and out of the classroom. We pushed the limits and set the bar just one step higher than where it previously rested. We accomplished these great feats because SNC created an environment for discussion and gave us the tools to change the way we think and the way we serve. I can say this quite confidently, we will be sorely missed.
But class of 2015, are we ready to leave this campus and become the contributing members of society that SNC has taught us to be? I hope the answer is yes. SNC has given us many tools so that we will be confident when we leave here and go out into the real world. But be proud of the lasting legacy that we left on this campus.
And I also hope that you're ready because we honestly don't have a choice. From the moment we nervously walked down Bear Mall and touched the bell during convocation, to the moment we all stumbled and cried our way over here for commencement, SNC has taught us life lessons that I challenge you to instill in those individuals God will place in your life.
One of the themes that we have lived here at St. Norbert College is let us love one another. SNC has taught us that every person, no matter who they are, their friend, rival, or roommate, deserve to be loved.
And that can be quite hard when that person is all three.
We have learned how to properly take the time to care for and the people around us. We felt love when someone took the time to ask about our day, from the walk to Boyle to the calf, or when we gave someone a hug during the beginning of the school year picnic, or if somebody was riding their campus bike across school, or even when you got that email saying class was finally canceled.
We have also been taught that the world is whatever you decide to make it. The SNC official book of life lessons has one word that we cannot forget even if we tried: communio. They can rest assured we've learned something in our time here at SNC. That sense of communio was strengthened on this campus when we held the door open for a person behind us, when we gave our campus bike to someone running late for class, or when we participated in Sacred Hour with a community that is close and chairs that are even closer.
If each of us, starting today, takes the time to reach out to at least one person, we can recreate that feeling of belonging we felt here at SNC. Because what communio has taught us to work towards is creating a world that is filled with love, selflessness, and just intentionality in our actions toward one another.
There will always be trial and tribulations awaiting us around every corner. I can't be the only one who thought to boycott Phil's when Agnes retired. But look, Phil's continues to serve great food, and we all survived. So SNC has taught us to never let apprehension do the change deter us from success. The only thing that will ever stop us from attaining our desires is our own doubt and uncertainty.
I challenge you to remember these truths with the goal of becoming a more powerful version of yourself. In our time here at SNC, all of our lives have been changed in ways that we could have never imagined from our first year here on campus, which feels just like yesterday. In our journey together, we have learned of communio, loving one another, and making the world just what we decided it should be.
When we leave this amazing place on this celebratory day, know that everyone here at St. Norbert College is incredibly proud of you, including those who called you a fellow Green Knight and those who will call you just to donate to the college. We should always revel in our successes and cherish all those memories that will carry in our hearts as long as we can remember. Family, friends, and loved ones at SNC, you are what makes leaving this home hard. And it is you who we will carry in our hearts in the next phase of our life.
During this reflection on our time at SNC, we want to share with you a video with all of you I created just describing a small excerpt of what Green Knight Pride has come to mean to us here at St. Norbert College.
Alex Clemenson Production brings you.
My Green Knight Pride is the ability to give back to my community through the Village Project my freshman year.
My Green Knight Pride comes from whenever I think of our community, I think of it as very service-oriented, and we like to give back to the community a lot, and it shows.
To me, SNC Pride, being able to immerse myself in the service of others.
Is our campus driven by purpose?
It's the homey feeling of the campus. All the friendships I made, I came in here this semester, I'm new. I already have a great group of friends, and just like the small communal feeling we have here.
Is people's attitude about involvement at St. Norbert. No matter what it is, people are excited and passionate about it.
The friends that I've made while I've been here on campus and the relationships that I've built in the past 4 years.
Being able to share my love of St. Norbert College across Europe when I studied abroad.
The aspect of communio and just how everybody kind of has each other's backs.
The experiences I have here on campus. Every day is different. Never know who I'm going to run into, who I'm going to have lunch with, who's going to teach me something new. If I'm going to have an experience that's positive or negative. It's always a learning experience, and I think that's what makes me so prideful about being a Knight.
And as we conclude our speech, we have just two really quick things that we want to, kind of share with all of you. The first one requires that everyone stands up really quick, just really, really quick.
From the graduating class.
Sorry, my bad, family, friends, distinguished guests up here, because we're gonna take a selfie. Here we go. Is everybody ready? My camera's not that big. All right.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'll go this side. All right, now this side. You can tag yourself in that photo. There's too many. Everybody tag yourself.
And while you're standing, just remember that Green Knight Pride, you need to take that with you wherever you go in the next phase of your life. It's such a powerful concept. I want you to take that back with you when you come to visit campus, when you come to sporting events, and I want you to always have that with you in mind wherever you go. I want you guys to repeat one phrase with me when you're coming on campus and carrying that Green Knight Pride. Repeat after me. Hold your hand to your heart and say, I believe. I believe that. I believe that we will win. 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 Class 2015, thank you very much.
Woo!
Peace.
Okay. Good job. Thanks. Okay, we done here?
Thank you, Akeem and Alex. Great job. I am, in fact, going to miss you both a great deal, and I know I'm not the only one. The following faculty members were honored at a reception in April. Dr. Deirdre Egan Ryan received the Bishop Robert F. Morneau Community Service Award. Dr. Robert Kramer and Dr. David Bailey were the recipients of the Leonard Levina Award for Excellence in Teaching. Dr. Carlin Crowley and Dr. Mark Vonderer received the Donald B. King Distinguished Scholar Award, and Dr. Larry Scheich was the recipient of the Reverend Dennis Burke Leadership Award. I also would like to mention that Mr. Jeff Ritter has been named Professor Emeritus in Accounting. I ask that the awardees stand so that we may recognize them. Folks. Now it's my pleasure to introduce my friend, Ms. Mary Ellen Schill, who is president of the St. Norbert College Alumni Board. Mary Ellen is a 1985 graduate of the college. Mary Ellen.
St. Norbert College Class of 2015. In just a few short moments after the conclusion of this final rite of passage known as commencement, you will receive a lifetime pass to one of the most exclusive and prestigious organizations in the world. Membership in this organization is granted only after very rigorous review and consideration. Graduates of Oxford, Harvard, and yes, even Lawrence University cannot gain entrance. Really, don't call us, we'll call you. What is this exclusive organization? Why, it's the St. Norbert College Alumni Association. Here's what we expect. Each and every one of you are needed to strengthen the network of alumni across the country and across the world. Through the sheer number of you joining us today, to the places you will go, to the things you will do, go forth and prosper. Here's what you can expect. What made you choose St. Norbert over the other schools you could have attended? What made you stay here throughout graduation? What makes you, just a little bit, wish you could stick around here another year? Will continue to be felt by you and experienced over and over through your connection with the Alumni Association. Communio does not just occur here on the St. Norbert campus. Communio becomes transported to your new communities through events sponsored by the Alumni Association, such as class reunions, happy hours, lectures, golf outings, many of which will take place where you live and work. And homecoming will really mean something to you this fall, when you are invited back as alumni and honored with special events at the Alumni House and other places on campus. So, on behalf of the St. Norbert College Alumni Association, welcome, and we look forward to serving you.
Thank you, Mary Ellen. At this time, it is my great pleasure to invite the Right Reverend Gary Neville, Abbot of St. Norbert Abbey, to the podium to offer the benediction.
Please stand. and bow your heads and pray for God's blessing. God of our beginnings, we thank you for the gifts of these graduates, their excitement, their awesome wonder and curiosity, their open speech and encouraging words. Their contributions have blessed and challenged us, and we have become a richer and more diverse community because of them. As they step forward into the world that awaits, comfort their fears with the full knowledge of your divine presence. Strengthen their resolve to walk in the footsteps of Jesus as modern-day disciples in a world that needs their spirit. Guide their feet as they move through life, protecting them from the pitfalls of darkness while they help to lead future generations into the warmth and promise of your light. And we ask this blessing upon each of them in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Thank you, Abbott. One last thing. I want you to know that every year the housekeeping and facilities teams do a great job of turning this basketball arena into this beautiful stage, and our grounds team does an equally amazing job making campus look as beautiful as it does year in and year out. So would you please join me in a round of applause to thank our colleagues for their hard work? Thank you. And with that, the 2015 St. Norbert College Commencement is officially concluded. Please remain seated until the platform party. The graduates and the faculty have left their places. You are all invited to a reception in Michael's Commons following this ceremony. Let's party. Thank you.